What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to edit a viral minimal text animation podcast reel, completely inside Premiere Pro. Clean, minimal, super satisfying to watch. And we're not wasting any time, so let's get straight into it. The raw video files are available for download. The link is in the description. Go grab them and edit along with me. And if you want the full Premiere Pro project file, you can join my YouTube membership. The link is on screen and in the description. You'll get the complete project file so you can open it up, click through every layer, and understand exactly how everything works. All right, let's build this thing. Scene by scene, step by step. I've already added the raw video to my timeline. I cut the video right at the point where the first scene ends. This is where scene 1 stops. I grab the text tool and type my first text. Then I select the text, go to Properties, and change the font to Helvetica Bold. I decrease the font size a little, and we want it compact and clean. I center align it and adjust the position on screen until it looks right. Now I duplicate the text layer and type the second text. This is our highlighted most important word. I change the font to Tempting. It's a beautiful script font that gives the highlighted word a different energy from the regular text. I also increase the size of this highlighted text. It should be noticeably larger to create visual hierarchy. Looking at it, the first text feels slightly too big in comparison, so I go back and decrease it just a tiny bit. Now the size relationship between the two looks balanced and intentional. Now for the effects. I go to the effects panel, search for drop shadow, and drag and drop it onto the first text layer. In the effect controls, I adjust the settings to match what I'm showing on screen. Copy my values or adjust to your own taste. The drop shadow gives the regular text a subtle depth. For the highlighted word, we're doing something more dramatic. A long shadow. Go to Effects, search for long shadow, and drag it onto the highlighted text layer. In the effect controls, I set the alpha falloff to 100% and the shadow opacity to 75%. This creates that gorgeous long diagonal shadow that you can see in the final result. It really makes the highlighted word look premium. Now, let's animate. The text is going to slide up and fade in, very smooth and cinematic. I go to Effects and search for Transform. I drag and drop the transform effect onto the first text layer. In the effect controls, I turn on the keyframes for position and opacity. At the first keyframe, I slide the text slightly downward from its final position, just a small amount, and set the opacity to 0 so it starts invisible. Then I move a few frames forward and reset both the position back to the original spot and the opacity back to 100%. Now the text slides up and fades in at the same time. Very clean. I select the last keyframe on position, right-click, and choose Ease In. Then I open the graph editor and adjust the curve so the text moves fast at the beginning and slows down as it reaches its final position. This makes the animation feel very natural. It has weight to it, not robotic. I adjust the keyframe timing until the speed feels just right for the pacing of the video. And scene 1 is done. I cut the scene at the end of scene 1. Now I go to the project panel, click New Item, and create a color matte with pure white. I drag this white color matte into the timeline and place it below the raw video layer. Now the background is white. Now I need to scale down the video so it sits in the center of the white background. I go to Effects and search for Transform. I drag and drop the transform effect onto the raw video layer. In effect controls, I turn on the scale keyframe. The first keyframe starts at 100% scale, full size. The second keyframe, I drop the scale down to 55%, so the video shrinks from full size down to a smaller box in the center. I select the last keyframe, right-click, and choose Ease In. Then I open the graph editor and make the curve so the animation starts fast and slows down at the end. Very smooth. Something feels a little off. Oh, I forgot to enable motion blur. I increase the shutter angle to around 180 degrees. Now play it back and it looks much better. The motion blur makes the scaling animation feel more natural and cinematic. Now let's round the corners of the video. Go to Effects and search for Rounded Crop FX. Drag and drop it onto the video layer. Now in the rounded crop settings, I turn on the keyframes for top crop, bottom crop, and roundness. In Effect Controls, here's one very important thing. Make sure the Rounded Crop FX effect is placed above the Transform effect in the list. The order matters. If Rounded Crop is below Transform, it won't work correctly. I set the roundness to 10% to give nice, soft, rounded corners. Then I set the top crop to around 15% and the bottom crop to around 20%. This frames the video nicely within the white background. I select all the last keyframes and choose Ease In. Same as before, making the graph so the animation starts fast and ends slow. The video now scales down with a beautiful rounded crop reveal. Quick reminder, if this is getting complex and you want to just open the finished project and study every effect, join the membership and grab the full project file. If you're already a member, it's in the post section right now. Now I copy both text layers from scene 1 and paste them here. But wait, in scene 1 the background was dark, so the text was white. Now the background is white, so I need to change the text color to black. I select both layers, go to Properties, and change the color to black. Now I adjust the position of the first small text and type my new text for this scene. The top text is placed above the video box. For the top text, I change the font from bold to regular. It should be lighter and more minimal here. I adjust the size and position until it looks right. The animation feels a little slow, so I tighten up the keyframe, spacing a bit to make it snappier. For the bottom text, I copy the small text layer and place it below the video box. Then I copy the highlighted word layer and also place it below the video. I type the new highlighted word. Now for the highlighted word here, I want a gradient instead of a solid color. I go to Properties and choose Linear Gradient. I adjust the gradient from light gray at the top to dark gray or near black at the bottom. It looks like the word has depth and weight. Really premium look. I add one more small text layer at the bottom, copy and paste from the previous one, type the new text, and position it below the highlighted word. Now here's a really useful time-saving technique for making words appear one by one. Instead of putting each word on its own separate layer, we can use the crop effect with cuts. Here's how it works. Say you have two words in one text layer. You cut the layer at the point where the second word should appear. Then you add a crop effect to the first cut piece and crop away the last word. So at first, only word 1 is visible. When the second cut starts, both words are visible. If you have 3 words, you make 2 cuts and crop differently on each piece. It's much faster than making a separate layer for every single word. We do the same thing with the last small text line. Add the crop effect and crop the last word. The words reveal one at a time as the speaker says them. Scene 2 is done. I cut the raw video at the scene change. For this scene, I'm using a movie clip instead of the raw video. You can download this movie clip along with the raw video. The link is in the description. I find the specific part of the movie clip I want to use, select it, and drag it into my timeline. Then I increase the scale of the movie clip so it fills the frame nicely. Now I add text on top. I copy both text layers from the previous scene, the small regular text and the highlighted word. I adjust the first small text, retype it for this scene, and then type my new highlighted word. I position everything nicely around the character in the video. As you can see on screen, the text is arranged in a way that complements the character's position. It looks cinematic. I duplicate the small text layer and add a second line of text, placing it below the first. Now for the animation, I want all the text to animate from bottom to top here. Since I already have the animation created on the highlighted word from earlier, I just adjust its keyframes until it comes up from the bottom the way I want. When I'm happy with it, I copy the transform effect from the highlighted word and paste it onto both small text layers. Now all text animates consistently from bottom to top. I stagger the layer timing so each text element appears one by one as the speaker talks. Scene 3 is done. Let's keep moving. I cut the video at the scene change. I copy and paste the text layers from the previous scene, reposition them, and retype my new text for scene 4. I copy the highlighted text layer 2 and type my new highlighted word, placing it in the right position. I make small adjustments so the text looks cinematic and well-balanced on screen. Instead of making each word its own layer, we're using the crop technique again. For 3 words, I need 2 cuts. Here's exactly how. Cut the layer where the second word should appear. Cut again where the third word should appear. Now you have 3 pieces. On the first piece, I add a crop effect and crop away the last 2 words. On the second piece, I crop away only the last word. The third piece shows all 3 words. Each piece plays at a different time, so the words reveal one by one as the speaker says them. If anything is confusing about this, just drop a comment below and I'll explain it further. We do the same crop technique on the remaining text layers. Scene 4 is done. Now this scene is special. The left side is a clean normal video and the right side has a red tint with a glitch effect on it. This is perfect for storytelling. It visually shows 2 different emotional states or ideas at the same time. Very powerful for podcasts. I cut the scene at the scene change. I'm using a movie clip for this scene. I find the specific part I want and drag it into the timeline. But here's the thing. The clip is shorter than the scene needs to be. So I'm going to use the rate stretch tool to fix that. Go to the toolbar and select the rate stretch tool. It looks like a bracket. Now click and drag the edge of the clip to stretch it to the length you need. When you stretch a clip with the rate stretch tool, it slows down the playback speed. So the clip becomes longer but plays in slow motion. It's a very quick way to fill out a scene and it also adds a nice cinematic slowdown effect. Now I duplicate the movie clip and cut it right in the middle of the timeline. So I have 2 versions of the clip side by side. On the second movie clip, the right side one, yes, I go to Effects and search for Glitch 2.0 Impact. Drag and drop it onto this layer. This is a transition style effect that creates a digital glitch look. It looks great, but right now it's covering the full video. We only want it on the right side. To fix this, I add a crop effect to this glitch layer and crop the left side by 50%. Now the glitch effect is only visible on the right half of the screen, while the left half shows the clean normal video. Perfect split. Now I want the right side to have a reddish tone to make it feel different and more intense. I go to Effects and search for Tint. Drag and drop it onto the right side movie clip layer. In Effect Controls, I change the colors to a red tone. You can see the exact values I use on screen. Adjust to your taste, but go with a deep, slightly dark red. Looking at it, it feels a bit flat. So I add one more effect: brightness and contrast. I decrease the brightness to around -20 and increase the contrast to around 35. Now the right side has a bold, dramatic, red-tinted look that feels totally different from the normal left side. Very cinematic. Now let's add text to both sides. I copy the text layer from the previous scene and type my new text. This time the text is arranged in a horizontal row, and in Properties, I make the text right side aligned. I increase the text size slightly. This text group goes on the left side. Then I duplicate the text layer and type the second group of text. This group is left side aligned and goes on the right side. For the animation, I copy the transform effect from the highlighted word from earlier and paste it onto both text groups. Now both text groups animate from bottom to top. I adjust the keyframe timing slightly for this scene. Here, because we need each word appearing individually, I'm putting each word on its own layer. The crop technique won't work as cleanly in this layout. I speed through this part because you've seen how to do it before. I have a glitch sound effect file. I place it on the audio track right at the moment the glitch visual effect hits. This tiny audio touch makes the glitch feel physical and real. A little detail that goes a long way. If you're following along and want to study the exact keyframe values, layer order, and effect settings, grab the full project file from the membership. All of it is there, ready to explore. Members, it's in the Posts section. I cut at the scene change and add the movie clip here. Then I copy the main highlighted text layer from the previous scene and type my new highlighted word. I place it in position. I also add two smaller supporting text lines. Copy from before, type the new words, and place them around the highlighted word. For the smaller supporting text here, I don't need the sliding animation, so I simply delete the transform effect from those layers. They'll just appear cleanly. For each small text group, I use the same crop technique we used earlier. Add the crop effect and cut the layer at each word reveal point. One word appears at a time, perfectly in sync with what the speaker is saying. The speaker then says another sentence, so I copy the highlighted word, type a new highlighted word, and place it. Then I copy two small caption layers, type the new captions. Same crop technique for the word reveals. And here we are. For this last scene, I copy the previous scene's effects and paste them onto the new raw video, so the visual style is already matched without starting from scratch. I copy the highlighted word from before and type my final highlighted word. Then I copy the small supporting caption and type my new caption text, adjusting the position to look right on screen. Then I copy the small caption layer one more time and type the very last words of the video, placing them in the right position. When I'm happy with the placement, I use the crop technique one last time. Add the crop effect and cut each word so they reveal one by one. And that's it, our video is done. Looking at the full edit, one thing is missing. Background music. The music file is included with the raw video download, so go grab it from the description. I add the background music to the audio track in the timeline. But right away, the music is too loud. It's overpowering the speaker's voice. We need to fix that. Go to Effects and search for Simple Parametric EQ. Drag and drop it onto the background music audio layer. In Effect Controls, open the Simple Parametric EQ settings and set the Q value to 4 and the boost to -10. This ducks down the frequencies that compete most with the human voice. Then I also decrease the overall volume level of the music track to around -10 decibels. Now play it back. The background music sits perfectly underneath the speaker's voice. It adds energy and emotion to the video without fighting the vocals. really professional touch. I've muted the background music in this tutorial video due to copyright, but the technique works exactly as shown. And that is the complete edit. A clean, viral, minimal text animation podcast reel, all done inside Premiere Pro. If you want to dig deeper into any of these effects and study the full project, join the YouTube membership and download the complete project file. The link is on screen and in the description. Members, the project file, and all assets are already in the posts section. Go download it and let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one.